Okay, let's see. No, one adult.
Sure. Do you have my phone, Jamie? No. Well, I don't know. Can I keep my poncho for the boat? Yeah. I might get chilly or damp.
I'll just book it when I get home.
Yeah. Do you want a sec?
No, I got enough of my. Thank you though, appreciate it. But you gotta make a video real quick. I'll make a video real quick. Alright guys, so we're done with the nature walk and now we are going to the airboat tour. See you guys there later. You got everybody?
Oh, okay. I'm like, okay, I'm counting 11, but I feel like I'm missing someone.
I feel like I gotta charge this phone now. Oh, this one. Yeah.
So the one thing they don't tell you about here is once this parking lot fills up, one car in, one car out. So because we're coming out, one car goes in. Sometimes this line is all the way back to the road.
Oh wow.
And you could be there for hours because most of the people are on the tram. Yeah. And that tram is 2.5 hours.
That's right. Yeah, sure.
Sensor in the it's saying that the door is open.
Oh, that's not a charger.
Well, but they need to figure this out.
Oh, yeah.
Now, once we get up, if we're cruising at a certain speed, then all of a sudden it levels out and they don't do that. But it's like, come on, I can get annoying.
Is this your van or do y'all like take care of having the other van?
We have different every day. You get a notice. This is your list of people. These are your stops, and oh, your van such and such. So they have to be registered with the county. So there's numbers on them, like number on them. How many days a week do you work? I usually do 3 to 4. Yeah. Some of the other kids, they'll do 4 or 5, and they'll also do weekend tours that are like 12 hours.
I guess you do the full loop.
Well, they do big Walgreens cross. that one because I live far away.
Yeah.
So once I get done with all my routes and drop off at the shop, I got an hour and 20 minutes to go. So
That's far. What's on that west side? Just kind of the same thing.
yeah, they go out into the saltwater into the Gulf and the 10,000 Islands where they have dolphin. They go on a boat where the dolphin. They'll see the dolphin jump.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys. We're probably gonna be with Abigail's group. No seat is a bad seat. If you get to the back or you get to the front, just don't make yourself too crowded.
Oh, I gotta close this up. Alright guys, we're back where we started. That's it. Thank you. That's it. Alright, we're gonna go on this airboat. Just trying to hang around them. I'll tell you what to do. I'll take my sunglasses off. I don't want them to go flying. I don't want to wear them for the airboat tour. Try these on. These are kind of, wow. They fit this fine. Alright guys, so we're here at the airport tour, and they gave me this. They're going to have. This is for the airport ride, so it doesn't hurt my ears, I guess. Alright guys. So what we're going to try to do is get the widest people we can on the front row.
Okay. All right, my little girl.
Alright guys, we're gonna get into it. Let's go. How much did they get on? Sorry guys. Doing was one of the latest ones to get on the front.
Alright, everybody thoughts it out, huh?
Punch those out.
That was your therapy, right?
Yeah.
Haven't you noticed?
Oh, the edge is good. That is good.
Yeah, we're over here.
Alright, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Alright guys, so anybody with any loose articles, hats, purses, phones, anything that's great, throw them away. If you want to have to throw it out to take video or pictures, that's fine. You keep a clip on it for me, alright?
Yeah.
Other than that, on the way down, out in front, you see how you see the bird? Our alligators have mainly been in the water today. Them being cold-blooded reptiles, they're usually on the rocks. Today it's just not happening. So just keep an eye in the water. If you see what looks like a black rock, it's an alligator. We have no black rock in there.
Alright, guys, we will be here when you return. Or will we?
I think so too.
I will be here. Y'all won't have to pay me dearly to let you go in our van. Right, people, you have a ride back. Okay,
Alright, let's go, guys. Let's go. Gotta hold this tight and calm because I don't want to fall in the water. Ooh, this is nice.
I've got an airboat for sale if anybody wants it. Pretty cheap these days.
Yeah. gator out there.
Hey guys, there's an alligator out in front of us, right in the middle. See his head? These alligators are cold-blooded reptiles, so today they're really wanting to stick to the bottom out of this wind and any kind of rain that will be coming. So if we get someone to jump over and splash around a little bit, they won't come up though.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so out there, guys, that's the grasslands of the Everglades, and right now we're in a bad drought here in South Florida. I think this is the first time on record that the entire state of Florida has been in a drought all at the same time.
Hmm.
So out across those grasslands, there still should be roughly around 2 to 2.5 foot of water. So, we should still be doing our tours out across those grasses. Now, the reason we're not able to is because of this rock you see along the edge. So, this rock is called limestone rock. Now, what this used to be was a big coral reef, okay? So, the entire state of Florida at one point was nothing but a massive reef. So as the ice age come along and land mass was coming out, this reef got close enough to the sun to where it started baking it into what you see today, the limestone rock. A little bird taking off is the snowy egret. Now your big white bird out in front of us, that is the great American egret. And now straight in front of us is the great blue heron, kind of behind our patch of grass.
No.
He got the fish.
It did?
Yeah.
Nice.
See it?
Oh, it's him speed.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So a lot of these ospreys that hang around our boats, they learn to fish off of our boats. And what I mean by that is if a bird is looking at a pod of fish, it cannot choose out one fish out of a pod. So that pod of fish has to split apart before its brain can let it pick out one fish to go after. So whenever I come pulling in here, it probably spooked those fish, and they kind of split apart real fast. And when it did, he took his chance and got one.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that is the osprey, the bird we just seen. And that is the cousin to a bald eagle. And they also are the only bird of prey that you can find on every continent on planet Earth other than Antarctica. Now, out in front of us, guys, these taller trees that we're looking at, these are your bald cypress trees. Now, your bald cypress are in the pine tree family. Excuse me. That's why they do not have a leaf like the other trees you see. They have a needle. So during the wintertime, these cypress go into a dormant state. So if you look to our right, there's still one here that has a lot of brown. See all the brown hanging off of it? So during the winter, they turn brown like this and fall off the tree. The tree goes completely bald for the winter. And there is a reason for this. So right now is the time when our water levels are going down. And now is also the time when these littler islands are able to dry out. Whenever they dry out, the cypress drop their needles onto dry ground and create land for its island. So you can see there's no dirt being blown around, things like that to build land here. So that is how the cypress build their islands bigger and bigger and bigger, is by dropping needles every year. The cypress can also live about 2,500 to 3,000 years. And the littler trees we see around us are cocoa palm trees and myrtle trees. One more thing about the cypress. So the cypress is a softwood tree. See how it's blowing at the top with the wind? So that's why during hurricane season, it doesn't level Cypress Island when it starts blowing 100, 200 mile an hour. Because the cypress just bend over and give with the wind. Once it stops, they just stand back up. Now here, guys, we're only in maybe 5 inches of water, which means we are sitting on bottom. But that's what these boats were designed for, is to be able to go across very shallow water, grasses, things like that. Really the only thing that stops these boats is big trees and rocks. grass patches that are all around us right now, these are floating. They are not attached to the bottom. So during the summertime, as we're getting our rainfall and the water levels are coming up, these grass patches go up and down with the fluctuation of the water. So when the native Indians named Everglades, they named it Everglade, and that meant river of grass. We've been having some little baby alligators throughout these lily pads out in front of us. So really keep an eye open for something, hitting the lily pads, going through it. The one I seen this morning was on the left side as we're going in. Yep. It's hard to see. See living right in there? There's two of them. See them right there, guys? Some of you, it might be hard to see.
Oh yeah, I see them.
They're right in there. There's two of them. One's sitting with his head on a limb, and the other one's laying.
Where is he? Let me see if I can get him.
If anybody wants to walk over there, it's only about ankle deep.
Can cut him on the phone.
Usually, again, these alligators are usually.
Oh, I see him now.
Yeah.
I did not see him.
They're hidden pretty good. But they're usually laid like on
Oh, there he
open
goes, right
buds and
there.
stuff, getting the sunlight. But
Baby
today
gator right there.
it was like me this morning. They didn't want to get out of the bed. These guys are about a year and a half maybe. Yeah, alligators when they're born, they're only about 5 to 6 inches long. They grow 1 foot a year up to 5 years. After 5 years, they slow down to at the most half an inch a year. Alligators never quit growing as long as they're alive, and they can live. They can live about 75 to 80 years in the wild.
You see him or no?
Yeah, he's right over.
Yeah, I saw
I
him.
know. I wish I could get you guys a little better at it, but
Right at the back.
I'm working with zero water here.
Zero sun.
Yeah, that too.
We have a small kid we can throw that way.
I'll give you one.
I mean, I know there's a lot more here than just these two. What weather we see, lots of times, right over here, they have a little hole. Remember I was telling you this grass is floating?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of your alligators always have little caves, little holes that go under these patches of grass. Like out in front of us to the right, see that little deep hole? I know there's a big female alligator that goes in and out right there.
Mm.
Maybe if we crank up, we might get one to move we can see. We got these boats coming. Once these two boats come this way, we're gonna run up that way a little ways. It gets pretty cool up that way. Hopefully see some more alligators. Usually a few more alligators that way.
Here comes the other airboat.
It would be one we would take, yeah, but right now we just can't. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm on low battery.
hard to see it, but on these cypress to our right, about head level where your head is, you'll and not on all of them, but you'll notice like a really dark line on the cypress, and that's where the water level will come up to during the summertime. So, in other words, the water level will be up in this area where my
Wow.
hand is. It's pretty wild. There's an alligator to our right, straight in front of us. Oh no, it went down. Yeah, he went down really quick.
Damn.
It's not a hard thing to do right now. They're already in bad moods. It's like when your wife's already in a bad mood, you tippy toe. To our left, guys, this plant in a tree, that is a bromeliad air plant. You can see they're trying to start to bloom. As soon as it starts turning warm, it gets starting to warm up for longer periods. They'll all start blooming out. You can see there's hundreds of them throughout the trees. And then you have your Spanish moss hanging out of them. The Spanish moss and the air plant is both an epiphytic, which means they use a tree as a host, but they use no nutrients from the tree. So, like, we have a thing called the strangling fig, which kills the fig. So the Spanish moss has got its name from Ponce de Leon. Whenever they found Florida, they left Spain looking for a trading route for India for spices. They found Florida. They found out pretty quick that this was not India. But while they were out hunting to replenish food for their next trip, he was noticing this moss hanging from the trees, and it reminded him of the big beards back home in Spain. That's why he named it Spanish moss. He also named Florida, Florida, means flower.
Huh.
And there's some that kind of dispute this and some that don't, but another alligator about 100 yards out in front of us on the left. See the little blankness in the water? Already gone. Just head up on the back there.
Oh, I see him.
Pretty good size gator. Another one out in front of us on the left.
Oh yeah.
One under the rear, and then one laying up on the rock out in front of us.
Oh yeah.
They got no brakes, no reverse, and no neutral in the clutch. That's why I keep cranking this thing up.
Good starter though.
Yeah, we got plenty of starters in stock. itself, straight in front of us. Now to the left of where that cypress comes to a point, back in here to the left is an alligator nest. It sits in between two cypress trees. You'll see a big mound. I'll tell you when to look left. Now see the big opening right off the bow to the left, in between these two cypress.
Yeah.
Look back in. See the big mound in the middle of those cypress?
Yeah.
That's the alligator nest.
Huh.
So you can see how that's higher than everything else around it.
Yep.
Now the alligators, when they build their nest, they have to be out of the water. That nest cannot stay saturated in water, or the eggs will never be fertile. They'll never get warm enough to hatch. So they have to find a nice high ground to build their nest. And that one she built, and she never used it again. So I don't think that was a great one. But it was at least there so I could show you guys.
That's where we're going, getting back. Right. Done with the tour. Missed out. Clean it up. All right, guys.
Bless you.
Yeah.
All right, guys, watch your step. Be very careful. Get going, sir.
I'm gonna take this off now. All right.
I'll still take them up there.
Okay.
How was it? Ready to defrost?
Thank you. Hold on a second. I gotta get this situated. Gotta put you guys down for a second. Oh, go. I gotta plug it back in. Hold on a second. All right, guys. So that was the tour. camera right. That was the end of the tour. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna give you guys the verdict in a minute. What I thought about it. Give me a second. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a verdict in a minute when I get back to the car. All right, was that it? Let me go talk to him. I don't know if that was it. So let me see. I think that was the rest of it. I think that was the end. Let me see. Let me go talk to him. Let me see. Oh, sorry. That was the end of the tour, right?
This is
All
the end
done.
of our tour.
Perfect. I'll see you next time.
Okay.
Take care. Yeah, that was the end of the tour, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna be heading home. Uh, I'm gonna do the outro to my YouTube video in my car. So I hope you guys like this live. It was a long live. I can't believe we got to see that many gators during the walk. I mean, we did get to see some gators during the airboat tour, but airboat ride. I mean, but we did get to see more about the walk. So I enjoyed that. It was well worth the money. I'm going to give you guys the verdict first before I do it on my video. This was very well worth the money compared to the other Everglades tour that I took. Um, yeah, I enjoyed this a lot, guys. I got so close to alligators that I didn't think I would get that close to alligators like I did. So it was worth it. All right, guys. Well, until my next live, we're gonna go to Miami and do a little food tour over there. That'll be next week. So stay tuned for that, guys. Peace. Have a nice day, guys.